So today's, I guess, thesis statement about some unending memories is still around. I think it's pretty much fourth grade. I would always sit in the back of the bus. I think of the back of the bus, front of the bus, you know, always has a distinction. But I remember telling this classmate in fourth grade. I don't know whether I was telling him or shared with him. I don't know if I volunteered it or if he asked it. But I had sort of like a kind of like a I liked this particular girl in the grade. I may have even revealed that I had like a little bit of a dirty dream about her, like a showering dream. Anyway, but for whatever reason, I'm compelled to just reveal. I don't know. I'm like I'm usually an open book. I don't keep a lot of things close in. Regardless of how many times I've been, betrayed and spilt the bean, like had the bean spilt on me. But, anyway, so this kid, so I told him, and then, of course, he just divulges to others, and, I'm embarrassed and all that stuff. And granted, I don't think I ever shared anything more with him again, but I think that I'm sure that I divulge things when I'm not supposed to and tell people things, when they've proven otherwise that they're just not trustworthy, right? I mean, maybe you tell them and you say, look, the last 3-4 times I told you something, you blabbed. Oh, no, this time I won't. This time I won't. But, it's interesting. When do I first get that lesson? Fourth grade, still have a hard time listening to it or at least recalling it. Nowadays I don't give a shit because whatever, I'm pretty much an open book, so it doesn't matter. In fact, the reason why I'm an open book is so that I don't there's nothing at stake. There's nothing that anybody can hold over my head. There's nothing that anybody can leverage me with. There's nothing I'm going to tell anybody specifically, individually, that I haven't told at least one or more other people. But that's my coping mechanism of not being put into a embarrassing position or some other kind of guilty or this or whatever it is. Some people are just really good at not saying shit. I mean, I'm assuming like they probably go to the CIA or FBI. Maybe they're investigators or I don't know. I don't know the kind of disposition of a person to just literally not say anything. The irony of it is, I think for the most part, I'm pretty good about when people say things to me, like, "Hey, don't tell so and so and this and that." I'm like, what would I care? I mean, I practically forget about it as soon as they tell them. I'm just there to just listen. People sometimes like to share. The way I look at it is that the second somebody tells me, "Don't tell so and so," more often than not, it has nothing to do with me. The information is not going to improve my life or make me do anything better or worse. But I always figure that they're just looking to unload something off their chest, and I'm glad that I'm there for them to unload it. I don't utilize things like that. I don't leverage back with information or any kind of reconnaissance work. I mean, some people are really just good at that stuff, right? I mean, they hold on to a piece of information and they flip the script on somebody, but it's not going to work if just divulge everything. It just doesn't. I mean, what are they going to hold over you that nobody else knows? I mean, maybe this is partly what these videos are about. Journals are about. I mean, I have bad associations with personal journals, so that's why I'm doing this. But it really is, in the sharing of intimate details with somebody, there's always the propensity or the chance or the opportunity for them to leverage, especially let's say you pissed them off. Let's say let's say they're just having a bad day. Let's say they don't even like you. Let's say they stopped liking you. Let's say they don't like you anymore. Let's say you broke their heart. Let's say they feel betrayed. Maybe you did betray. Maybe a slew of things where somebody can just use that information against you. But if you tell everybody, then it doesn't matter. What are they going to use against you? It's an open book. It's an open case. I mean, it's an open shut case. I mean, just, oh, yeah, did you hear about Yohai? Oh, yeah, of course I did. What does it matter? But that didn't spare me the embarrassment in fourth grade, and certainly not in the years to come, where I try to every once in a while just share something with somebody, and it just comes back to bite you on the ass. And maybe it's the fact that I'm sharing with the wrong person. Maybe I'm intuiting it. Maybe I knew they were going to spill it, and it doesn't really matter. Some people are really, really good about keeping secrets, right? I mean, some people that's their thing. They keep a secret, or sometimes they spread out the secret, right, so that other people are leveraged and involved. And what's fascinating to me is, what is it about those other people that have received the secret that somebody's holding on to that makes them either protect that person versus just spill the beans like this fucking kid in the back of the bus to the rest of the classmates in fourth grade, which rendered me as embarrassing that I liked this girl and I had a dirty dream, and I don't know, maybe should have asked her out, but very embarrassed. I probably shouldn't have been, but that's the way it turned out. And yeah, so it's I guess learning to keep your mouth shut versus being an open book. And I guess there's the trade-off, one versus the other. Either keep your mouth shut or be an open book. But somewhere in the middle, depends on who you speak to or who you divulge to. It may come back. They may be the ship that never docks, or they may just be the leveraging point of information that tells somebody else, oh, he told me this, or who knows how it rolls around. But that's today's share, so thank you for listening.